quickly identify why the most popular employee benefit is a low driver. Welcome, my name is Laila Hardisty. I'm a solutions engineer here at Luminoso, and today I'll be covering how to run the sentiment color script. We recognize that colors aren't accessible to everyone, but we also know that attention endurance for numbers is not accessible to everyone either. So visual learners and folks who may struggle with interpreting or contextualizing numbers benefit from coloring the concepts. And also, folks who can't see a standard spectrum of colors can still rely on the numbers in tables. We will be using these scripts to elevate that sentiment story. So using those colors to create a sentiment heat map or to direct attention to essential insights, and also to aid in understanding of numbers. Sentiment is used to track how people are feeling about a given topic. Drivers tell us what the average scores are for respondents that mention those topics. By pairing the two of them together, we can quickly identify why the most popular employee benefit is a low driver. And it's probably because when employees are struggling with everything else, that benefit is the light at the end of the tunnel. Or why a long receipt is associated with higher scores. Answer, it's a first world problem, and despite their complaints, they are really happy otherwise. So set the view on the left first when you get into your daylight galaxy view, and the color at the bottom of the screen to avoid the color pigment bleeding out to associated concepts, or else these colors assigned to the concept list will misrepresent the data. Here, we've taken the top 250 concepts and removed 5 concepts from the list to clean it up, and then we'll save the list and run the script. Once you've run the script, the output will be these 3 new concept lists that we'll go over. You'll get sentiment story, polarization, and net sentiment. After we've gone over what those mean, I'll then show you how to run the script. First, we have the sentiment story, which includes polarization and net sentiment. On the y-axis of the pyramid we have at the bottom, we have polarization, and then on the x-axis, we have net sentiment. Polarization is the function of paired oppositional sentiments. So to have a polar score of 2, there's at least 1 positive and 1 negative sentiment. The result is this triangle-shaped graph that we have here to use as a key to interpret the colors produced by the script. Pure disagreement will be highly polarized, and therefore we can't have a high net sentiment in either direction. This will appear as purple. Conversely, unanimous agreement isn't polarized and will show as orange or green. Most concepts are somewhere in the middle of this and will appear as either red or blue. Statements of fact, which lack sentimental charge in either positive or negative direction, will appear as gray. So to drill down how controversial a topic is, we have polarization. So this colors a concept with a purple to black gradient of how polarizing the topic is. And then to drill down the topic of net sentiment, we will color the concepts on a blue to red gradient based on how positive or negative they are. So now let's get into how to use the sentiment colorization script. First, find a project that needs some direction, something that you'd like to add sentiment visualization to. And once you've done that, you then need to copy the URL as well as the concept list name that you'd like to run the script on. From here, all you have to do is then type in the code, the name of the file, and then the URL, and then do -l, and make sure to put the concept list name within quotes so that I will know which concept list to run it on. So you've done that, just hit enter, and 3 new shared concept lists will be created. You can then check to make sure that this has worked by going back to your project and looking at the concept lists. There should be 3 new ones as seen here. Thank you for listening.